There's another channel called Deep Dish Gaming that Deep Dish is one word, and they have 395 subscribers. All right, I'm pulling it up on the laptop now. Take a look. Okay, it's streaming, but our cameras are not showing. Yep.
Watch it. I'm gonna watch it all.
Opposing forces get dropped into a Sumerian temple, right? And all sorts of supernatural elements start popping up. We'll see what's going on here. So, Golden Boy, we need you to get psyched up. We need you to get ready.
Oh no, I'm excited to watch it. I'm gonna be very scared. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna go over to the media area, and I'm gonna, I'm gonna be horrified because it's gonna be great. It's time though for our next presenter.
Hang on.
2021 E3 presentation.
I'm tiny.
You are tiny.
House of Ashes.
Okay, gotta fix that. Let's see.
What stream are you watching?
The official E3 channel one.
Okay.
I need to do a different window capture. Hang on. Let's see. Okay, alright, let me change this. There it is. Got that. Now I just gotta enlarge you. Whoop, shit. Okay.
Oh, here we go. It's beginning.
Already? It's 5:25.
Yeah, it starts at 5:25.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Satellite sweeps of the war zone have uncovered what appears to be an underground storage facility. But I strongly suspect...
It's a weird... I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm working on it. Give me a sec.
No, I'm just talking about the Bandai Namco.
Oh, okay. Alright, I think I got it. Hang on.
That's better, yeah.
Alright, hang on. There's a... Oops. Okay. Alright, there we go. Okay, got there. Oh, what happened? Let's see.
I'm totally gone.
It disappeared, didn't it? Darn.
It did.
Where did it go? Let's see. Hang on.
What nightmare have these luckless souls fallen into?
Let's see.
One by one, their lights will be snuffed out. Unless you can find the means to save them. Trapped beneath the earth, swallowed by the void. Will you find the path to salvation? Or be lost in the darkness?
Oh!
What is it?
It's an advertisement for the next Dark Pictures game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
House of Ashes, it's called.
Huh. Hang on. Why is this thing not
I
popping
didn't
up?
know Bandai Namco was behind that.
I didn't either. Let's see.
They're not.
At
It's super
Supermassive
massive.
To talk about the next game in the Dark Pictures anthology, House of Ashes. I'm joined by exec producer Dan. How you doing?
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Right,
Beautiful.
so
Alright.
let's start at the very start. We're going to be talking about House of Ashes for most of the interview, but for those that don't know,
Okay.
tell us about the Dark Pictures anthology.
The Dark Pictures is a series of narrative, story-driven, branching horror stories. Each one is
What's up?
standalone.
I think I got it. Hang on.
Completely separated from the others, but within the same universe.
I
So
am
these
now
characters
appearing on the... Yep.
House of Ashes is set at the end of the Iraq War in 2003. With links
All right. Sorry about that.
4,000 years
It won't be
worries.
it won't be perfectly in there, but you know it'll be good enough.
Good enough.
All right.
Couple small technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Starts off with,
Sorry about that.
military unit. They've got some new technology that can look for weapons of mass destruction underground. They think they've identified something in the Zagros Mountains in Iraq, and then as part of that, they come into.
All right, so for anybody just tuning in now, we are live for the Bandai Namco conference, which
Yes.
is supposed to be happening right now. I don't know why we're seeing the Dark Pictures anthology again with Supermassive. I did not know there was any collaboration there. But
I had no idea either, but good for them.
yeah.
And then they're going to start hearing things and seeing things, and people are going to start disappearing. What the just happened?
Like,
So
I'm
it's
very
a
confused.
very real threat.
All of the Dark Pictures games, they all pull something from real life or from history, from fact. What's the case with the myth or historical part of House of Ashes?
So we love.
Well,
looking at-
while they are talking,
looking at and reading myths and legends. And
Nintendo
doing
happened
our
earlier.
research. And we know our fans love it as well. 'Cause there's something
Yeah. I figure we'll get to that after the thing.
I have a lot to say.
I know. I know.
Akkadian Empire and this terrible evil that happened. We had this self-proclaimed God King, Naram Sin, and he essentially cursed his people. He sacked this temple and brought famine and devastation to his own people. And so a lot of the history is lost, but we've done a lot of research about it. And then we had a lot of happy accidents that linked into the story we wanted to tell. And the fun thing for us is we get to do our own take on it. We get to twist it, and obviously we've made our own truth from it.
At the end of the sneak peek, the trailer, we saw monsters. Tell us a bit more about what's going on there.
The military unit that you're playing as, they don't really know what they're coming up against. They're not human, they're bigger, they're larger, they're faster. The team aren't going to know if there's one or two of them or hundreds or thousands of them. And that's kind of the threat with this. You know, they've got guns, maybe they could try and take one of them down. But maybe there's another one around the corner, or maybe there's a group of them, and maybe they're going to get ambushed.
Maybe they're like a cluster.
Exactly,
And they
yeah,
all
a
pop out at
nest,
once.
as it were.
Yeah.
And it's been really fun to work on and see these things move around and how horrific they can be. They're different to us. They perceive the world in a different way. Getting little snippets of it in the darkness, and did I see that? Was it something that moved? Or is it actually just one of the other...
Oh, no, this is a...
We like to try and misdirect people on things, you know, that did you see something...
This is Bandai Namco presents The House of Ashes. Is this going to be the only thing they talk about?
I hope not. I mean, not that I don't like it, but I hope that's not all. I want to see Tales of Arise.
Yeah, same. I was expecting to see more.
What's it? Scarlet. What's it called? Scarlet Nexus.
So
Yeah.
there's 60 unique deaths, and there's a whole ton of variation on that as well. So Merwin and some of the others, you're going to see different things happening to them depending on how you play it out. You know, getting ripped and shredded and torn, and because there's a firefight, there's going to be bullets flying as well, and all kinds of stuff. And it's not just the death.
Also, I figured we'd see something about the DBZ game coming to Switch now, since that's a Bandai Namco property as well.
Oh, good point. Good point.
What differences have you made or changes?
So this will be
to the
the
gameplay and mechanics for House of
second or the third entry in the Dark Pictures.
I think it's the third. The second one came out, I think, a few months back. I didn't get a chance to play it though.
They want to push things forward.
What was the first one? House of Medan?
Yeah, something of Medan. Yeah, the ship ghost one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, and it really works well in House of Ashes. Lots of the game is set underground, and so these
It's-
sort of corridors which are really tight and
Interesting enough. I mean, it doesn't really...
so we've had
I know it's not horror. Really, isn't your thing.
I will say I'm excited for Fatal Frame.
for horror.
Really?
We've had to learn
Yep.
new tricks
Interesting,
to scare
interesting.
people and, ramp up the tension.
I'm gonna talk to you about that later. I have some questions.
Some people love. We've also got a new torch mechanic, so it's military themed. So these guys are going to be walking around with weapons, with torches mounted on them. We love the lighting that we do, the sort of really inky black darkness that we have, and sort of the contrast to the bright areas. And so you're going to need to lean on that torch to allow you to see where you're going, what the threat is, and that kind of stuff. We've also done things like added difficulty settings to this game. So in Little Hope we added QTE warning icons as an example, and we've got some really good positive feedback about that, but also some people want to turn that off. We want to allow you to play the game in your way. So with our accessibility settings and difficulty settings.
Really?
if you
Ashley
wanna have a
Tisdale is in
pleasant
this?
experience, you can change those
Wait,
settings.
what?
Still
Ashley
restrict access to
Tisdale
the
is
game
one of
dead,
the,
but, that's what
Spoilers,
happens.
yeah.
Oh,
That's where
I
it
think
came
my
from.
stream
Yeah,
is a
we can
few
do it.
seconds ahead of yours.
So
Oh,
I
wow.
ask,
Oh yeah, it is.
with Ashley.
So Ashley was fantastic. She researched Rachel. She understood her when she came on the set, which is so refreshing. She knew her inside out. And Rachel is a flawed character, so she brought that through so fantastically. the rest of the cast were fantastic as well.
When we were looking for Joey, Salim helped me.
You didn't tell me this because...
You'd flip your shit.
We want you to connect to these characters and understand them as humans. We want them to seem real because they're real to us. You know, we spend a long time designing them, and I don't mind if you hate any one individual character because you don't like everyone in real life. But maybe you'll like them when you see the journey they go on.
Maybe you'll like them once they're dead, and you feel bad about it.
And you feel bad about it, definitely.
Yeah.
But also, we want you to save them. We want you to try and save them. You know, we know that some people want to get everyone killed straight away, and that's fine. That's their playthrough. That's what they want to do. But you know, can you get everyone out alive and save as many as you can?
There's a lot of replayability there.
Indeed,
Goes on forever. I like that. So, last question. Favorite scene?
Favorite scene. So, Salim, our Iraqi soldier, and Jason Kolchak, one of the Marines that's there. There's a way that can play out, and a sort of contest between them, and you can make it go in a number of different ways.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
It's really emotional. Seeing them film it, I was lucky enough to be there, and then seeing that come through in game, I think we've got something there. I think that's gold. And then, of course, I love scaring people, so I love the jump scares. I love the moments of tension that we bring. We can't hold you in that moment, so we've got some fantastic jokes in there as well to allow you to relax for a moment before we scare you again.
To take your mind off the imminent threat. I like that. Dan, thank you so much. This has been really cool to talk about, and I'm sure, you know, I'm excited and terrified in equal part, and everyone else is just excited, I'm sure.
And it's been a real pleasure to speak to you, and I can't wait to...
Okay, I'm not really interested, but that's a nice looking collector's edition.
That does look pretty nice. I agree.
I feel like this was it.
Was that it?
Before we dive in, the House of Ashes, see how scared you got.
It seems to be.
2021 sponsors, of course, giving us these tired old blades.
I'm not really sure what to think of how short this was.
Yeah, that is.
Thank you so much.
Yep, that was it. My stream just ended.
Really? That was it?
Yeah, I was watching the IGN stream.
And it just ended.
Okay. Huh. Well then.
Well, that is not what I wanted at all.
No, it's not. I definitely expected anything besides that.
Yeah, like just one game? Just one. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get this over with.
Well, you could put the Nintendo showcase on in the background.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that.
We can't co-stream that, can we?
Well, no. It said that they don't want us to live stream it, but it's fine. I'll go ahead and throw up some of the trailers we have on there.
That'll work, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we'll just go through them all really. We don't have to watch all of them, but we'll start off. Where is it? Videos, uploads, and we'll go with. Did it start with? It didn't start with Metroid, did it? It doesn't matter. Whatever. It is probably the biggest thing, I'd say. Yeah. Metroid Dread. So the biggest news, Metroid is back, baby! Woo!
The first 2D game in 2 decades.
Yes! Oh my god, bro. I am so stoked for this. As soon as I get off this thing, I'm going to go to Best Buy and pre-order that. Because I need it, and I need it now.
Dude, October, it's not that long to wait.
It really isn't. They just dropped it on us, man. Like, that was, I'm sorry. Like, that, to me, that was the game for me. Nintendo scored big points for me personally because Pat knows I've been crying year after year for Nintendo to make another Metroid game and finally deliver. It's not Prime, but it's still something. And I'm just glad that I'm like, show Metroid some love, please.
Yeah, it's time. I mean, I remember when they announced the Metroid Prime 4 delay, and I just holding you while you sobbed on my shoulder. I mean,
yes, it was heartbreaking. Heartbreaking, man. But yeah, I'm really excited. How do you think it looks, Pat? I mean, you're a big Metroid fan too.
Yeah, it looks really good. Though I tell you, I'm already anxious watching it. Like, it's a trait of mine I've had ever since I was a kid. If there's a timer in a game or something's chasing me in a game and I have to outrun it, it makes me nervous. My hands get all sweaty. I was like, I'm just going to drop my Switch a dozen times playing this. I know it.
Yes.
But it looks fantastic.
Right.
Because anyone who didn't watch this earlier, after the Nintendo Direct ended, there was a Nintendo Treehouse that just showed tons of gameplay, and it looks phenomenal.
Agreed.
Also, from a lore perspective, it's wrapping up the first 2 games. So Metroid 1 and 2, they never really finished up, and we're getting that now.
Yes. And it's nice to have that final sequel to Metroid Fusion, which is undoubtedly one of the best Metroid games ever made. I'm sure you'd agree with me on that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I spent many hours playing that game. Let's see. What else was there? Let me go up. Okay, so there was the Hyrule. Like, you want to get into, you want to get into Zelda later? Do you want to get?
Yeah. We'll get into Zelda later.
All right, we'll get into Zelda later. I know you have a lot to say, Pat. Okay, there was the Advance Wars.
Yeah. That was a surprise. I mean, a very welcome one, but. So I loved Advance Wars on the Game Boy Advance. I played so many hours of it. And I was not expecting it to just show up today, but it did, and it's been... I mean, that was a fantastic announcement. I'm absolutely going to play that.
See, the thing is, like, I distinctly remembered this game, like, coming out, but I had no idea that it had a following. Like, I had no idea that people were, like, excited for this. Like, like someone at Nintendo was like, you know what people really want? They want more Advance Wars.
Well, you know why? That game called Wargroove that came out.
I haven't heard of that game.
It was put out, I want to say, by Chucklefish.
Okay.
And it was kind of like a fan-made spiritual successor to Advance Wars, and people lost their minds. I bet somebody at Nintendo went, well, let's bring this back.
Okay. Very good. Well, I'm glad that you're going to be able to experience, looks like 2 games. You're getting 2 games in one.
The first and the second one.
Awesome.
It'll be interesting. I have the strategy guide I bought for like $2 at a used game store for the second game. I wonder how applicable it will be in the remake.
Who knows? You might have to bust that back out again if you plan on buying it. Do you plan on buying it again?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So it's
I will be playing both of these. Like, the thing is, they were great games. They were super fun, but they were not easy. They didn't pull punches at all.
Gotcha. And then we have another big game for you, which is the Super Monkey Ball.
Yes, that was the first game I owned on the GameCube.
Wow. So it's taking it back for you. Wow.
Oh yeah.
It just seems like I don't know. It seems like Nintendo's hitting pretty hard on your nostalgia here, Pat.
It is Nintendo.
Yeah.
I am stoked because it's got several Super Monkey Ball games that I've never even played. I played the first one. I never played any of the others.
Okay. Wow. But you seem to really enjoy playing the games that come out, though.
I do. They're a lot of fun. Tons of great little mini games. I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome. Cool. Well, that's good news. So there's that. As for me, I've never played Super Monkey Ball, really. I think I've only played it like once or twice. It's a fun game. I'll definitely give it that and everything. I don't know if I'd pay $60 for it, but hey, it's there.
That's a $40 purchase for me. I'll wait till it goes on sale.
I could see that. And then we have
Advance Wars.
Okay, same with Advance Wars. I got you. And then we have the Mario Party Superstars. What's the thoughts on that?
I think it looks good. I do wonder why they're doing this instead of, making the existing Mario Party playable.
Shots fired.
I mean, it was it was fun for like 5 minutes, and then you played every mini game and went around the board, and you're done.
Pretty much. I mean, this honestly looks like more attuned to what we've kind of felt like Mario Party should have been on the Switch. Like, this is what it should have been like.
With online play.
Yes. Yeah.
My question is, if Nintendo were to just take all of the previous Mario Party games and put them all into a collection.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
That would be fantastic.
Fantastic.
Like 7 games?
Well, I think this is probably the best we're going to get, which, I mean, it's pretty much that. I mean, you get boards from a lot of the earlier games. You get all the, like, a lot of the same mini games and stuff. So I think Superstars is probably the best we're going to get when it comes to having like a collection for everything.
It does look fun. It kind of made me want to play Mario Party again.
Which one?
Any of them.
Okay. Even the Switch one?
The Switch one, I mean, it had a few fun games. It wasn't bad. I played a lot of it with Maggie.
Okay.
Just the, it kind of takes me back. It makes my, when I see Mario Party, it makes me want to play. The middle of my palm begins to hurt.
From using the N64?
Controller and just spamming it.
I hear you. And then we have, I mean, there's the Mario Golf.
That looks great.
Yeah, really? So you're excited for Mario Golf?
Yeah, I am, man. The one on the N64 was a great game. I think it was N64. Might have been GameCube. I don't remember. But no, Mario Golf looks really good. I'm hoping it turns out better than Mario Tennis on Switch, because that was not good.
Oh, okay. Well, gee, I had no idea that you were a fan of the Mario Golf series.
Yeah, all of the Mario sports games tend to be really good.
Okay.
I have a suspicion we're going to be seeing like one a year. So next year we might get Super Mario Strikers. Which would be, I believe that was the soccer game.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. For me, I mean, I don't know. Golf, it's just the sport itself. Golf really isn't my thing. It's probably one of my least favorite sports. But Mario Golf, I don't know, maybe. But it'd be one of those things that, like, I would not pay a full $60 for. Well, I'm going as far as saying I wouldn't even pay $40 for it. But that's just because I don't have an interest in golf. I'm not saying it looks like a bad game or anything. No, it probably is a fun game, but my standards for golf is so low that basically anything attached to it, it's like I don't want to pay money for it.
Golf in real life? No. It's boring. I don't want to play it.
Yeah.
I'd play putt-putt.
Putt-putt, yeah, I play that too.
Super Mario, like Mario Golf is, it doesn't feel anything like the real thing. So
okay,
it's not like picking up the PGA Tour 2021 or whatever. Staring at pixelated Tiger Woods.
Okay, well, I guess that's the thing. Like, I if you ever do get that game, is this a must buy for you, Pat? Is this another one or?
It's not a must buy. I probably will.
Okay.
It's going to be one of those I'll buy when it goes on sale. Okay.
All right. Well, then, yeah, I'm going to basically, whenever you do get it, I'll probably watch you play it. I'll probably play it with you and everything. And then I'll probably make my decision if I'm going to get it after that, if we have enough fun. But yeah, that's good. That's good news. And also, we have a new WarioWare game. Yeah.
That was unexpected.
It was, definitely. There was lots of people who've been wanting WarioWare for a long time. What about you?
I never played any of them, but I appreciate them for what they are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm excited it's coming out. I'm happy for the fans. Probably not going to be something I pick up, but, it's, cool. I'm glad it's there.
Yeah. I heard, from what I've gotten, they're just like a bunch of like mini games, right? You can play them with people and stuff.
Just really bizarre, very, very Japanese style humor.
Gotcha.
Like the whole thing feels like watching a Japanese game show with all of the insanity that happens.
I can see that. I can definitely see that in the trailer. But yeah. Would I buy it? Probably not, but honestly, it's just because I'm not really familiar with the WarioWare series. It does look like fun little party games though. Looks like you can play with at least 2 people and everything. So, yeah, it looks fun, but I don't know. I'm not really into the series yet, so maybe one day.
Yeah, like the whole thing about tweezing the giant Zeus statue, like plucking its armpit hair, that's the level of like humor I expect from WarioWare.
Right. And then we also have Fatal Frame. Now that was something I wanted to talk to you about, Pat, because this is a horror game, and you don't usually do horror, so I'm really confused here.
Well, there are a few horror series that I enjoy. I like Silent Hill. Fatal Frame, I played one of them a very long time ago and thought it was interesting.
Okay.
And also, it's like, it looks so much like a video game that it's not very scary versus some stuff.
Oh, okay.
But also, like, I have a thing for Japanese horror.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like the whole mythos and their concept of ghosts and everything. And because to me it is just pure mythology, there's no fear associated with it. It's just, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I say this. I might pick this up, play for 10 minutes, and be like, nope.
So is this a day one buy, or is this kind of wait for the sale to come through?
Wait for the sale.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll, as a horror fan myself, I will say I'm interested, but I'm not entirely sold yet. It just kind of looks like it's a game where you take pictures of ghosts, I guess. But
Pokemon Snap and Lavender Town.
Basically, yes, you hit it right on the nail. Yes. So I don't know. It does look interesting. I'm glad that Nintendo at least has some sort of, I guess, first party type horror game coming out for the console. So that's nice. Yeah. But yeah, that's probably I'm gonna wait for a sale as well for that. And then there's the Shin Megami Tensei game that they have coming out. Any thoughts on that? Shin Megami Tensei 5?
It looks weird. I've never played any of them, but I know it's got kind of a cult following, a lot of fans. So, good for them.
Gotcha. Yeah, I am very familiar with the Persona series, which I believe is a spin-off from Shin Megami Tensei. So a lot of the sort of designs and like characters and creatures, I've seen them a lot in other Persona games. So it doesn't look unfamiliar to me. A lot of this actually looks really similar to Persona, just the way that it plays and the way that you go about either killing demons or pretty much adding demons to your party and everything. So it's very similar. I might pick it up. Was it day one? Maybe. I'm gonna wait to kind of see how it does and everything. Read up on some things, but because I've never played Shin Megami Tensei, I've only played Persona and everything. But if it's anything like Persona, which from the gameplay I'm seeing, it is, then yeah, I'll probably stop by and pick it up. Yeah.
It is an Atlas game, isn't it?
Yes. Okay. Atlas. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That explains the connection to Persona.
Yep, exactly. But let's see. Other than that, just keep going through here. Just a few quick things. We got Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
It did not look good on Switch. It did not. Like, oof.
Were you expecting it? Like, honestly. Like, were you expecting it to look all that great?
No, but I wasn't expecting it to look quite that bad either.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta sacrifice stuff.
Here's the thing, though. Great that it's coming to Switch. My first time playing a Tony Hawk game was on a Nintendo console. But it's already available.
Yeah.
On sale on Xbox and PlayStation. And you're going to be paying a Switch tax for this. This is going to drop, and it's going to be $60 day one and probably not go down.
Yeah, probably not. But, I mean, if you want to, I guess the biggest thing is playing Tony Hawk on the go. If you want to, go to a friend's house or, go
Play it while you're skateboarding.
I'm playing Tony Hawk while playing Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawkception.
Tony Hawkception. But yeah. Yeah, I already have the game though, so probably not for me. Again, more Life is Strange stuff, which was surprising. I mean, not surprising, but it was nice to know that Life is Strange is on the Switch. Yeah, that's all there really is to it. It's nice to see it again. That's all.
Yeah, Maggie was interested.
Maggie, I feel, would really enjoy it if she really likes story-driven games. Like, this is definitely one of them. Lisa is in love with this game, and the soundtrack is really good too. It has a phenomenal indie-inspired soundtrack. So, let's see what else. Okay, so then we have Danganronpa. Yeah, not much really to say about that. That's another game I'm familiar with. I have all the games. I haven't beaten all of them, but I have them, and they are really fun games. I need to go back and finish them. But think of like Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, but it's like much more darker and more cynical.
It was the whole time I was watching, I was like, "What is this game?"
Yeah, it's kind of like a murder type mystery ish type thing in the vein. It's kind of like in the same veins of Ace Attorney, but like I said, it's much more cynical. It's much darker. People die, like legit die. Like the cast that you start off with, they're not everyone will be there by the game's end and everything. So yeah, fun game. It's good to see it on Switch. Let's see. We're going down here. Oh, so what's your thoughts on this whole Mario Rabbids?
Honestly, I was like, this looks strange, but I've had the same thought about the original one. I've never played it. I've heard people say it's very good, very fun. So, I guess I'm glad they're continuing. I mean, it's tainted by Ubisoft, but,
Fair. Yep, fair.
I just really don't like Ubisoft. So
that's all right. Wait, you don't like Ubisoft? Don't you like the Assassin's Creed games?
They're enjoyable enough, but it's also, they get so repetitive and tedious that they're too long for what they are. They're fun. They need to probably be cut in half lengthwise.
Okay. All right, fair. Yeah, my thoughts on Mario Rabbids. I did like the first game. Didn't think it was like anything to necessarily write home about, but it's a neat time waster. It's fair.
I heard it was very XCOM.
It is.
See, I can get behind that. I love that style of gameplay.
Oh, well then you might actually like Mario Rabbids. And then we have the Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. Any thoughts on that?
It looks interesting. Honestly, it does. I was kind of impressed by what I saw. I mean, I'm always down for a monster collecting RPG. That's what I'm playing right now. So
okay, cool. And it does look like it's turn-based, which is interesting. I'm used to just kind of it being just straight up action, action type.
I'm used to it taking half an hour to kill a monster.
Oh, it still does that. It's just this time you have cutscenes. But yeah, it looks all right. I'm honestly not sure if I like the whole turn-based thing. I like it just kind of being able to move around in like a 3D environment and stuff. But for those people who want more of a story with their Monster Hunter, I'd say this is for you. But yeah, looks all right.
Yeah.
And we're getting a little low here. Did I go through just about everything? There's maybe like one or two more left here. We did that. Did golf. Yeah, I think all that's really left. Besides, I don't know if they did Dreamscaper. Did they do Dreamscaper? I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
I didn't see that.
Okay, I didn't see it either. I think all that's really left is Zelda. So
Can I point out, yes. I am very surprised that Doki Doki Literature Club is coming to Switch.
Oh, was that in there?
It was not in today's showcase, but the trailer's down there.
Oh, yeah.
This is a dating sim with just straight up sex scenes in it.
What? No.
I didn't think Nintendo allowed this.
Doki Doki? No, there's no sex scenes in that. Have you played Doki Doki?
No, I thought that's what it was.
No, not at all. It is definitely not what you think it is.
Okay, someone lied to me then.
Oh yeah, you might be. Maybe you're thinking of Honey Pop, but
I'm thinking of a visual novel that was like a dating sim.
Oh well, I'm sure there are things on the Nintendo Switch that do have that in there. But no, Doki Doki is it's one of those games that looks really cute, but by the end of it, yeah, it's psychological. It's a psychological horror game. Like it completely changes the script. And it's very what do you call it? What do you say? Like when people are like trying to talk to you like out of the screen, like kind of like Deadpool. What'd they say?
Breaks the fourth wall.
Breaks the fourth wall. Yeah, it's very that and everything. So yeah, no sex scenes in that. It's just gonna mess up with your mind. Yeah. All that's left is Zelda. So you want to jump on in?
Yes, I have a lot to say. First of all, my first comment is going to be directed at Nintendo itself. You gave Mario a collection of 3 classic games on the Switch, and the best you could give us is a freaking Game & Watch? Really? There needs to be more.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's very cool. I will be buying the Game & Watch. I want a bedside clock that plays Zelda 1 all the time.
So you're gonna buy it, but you're mad about it.
Oh yes, it will be an angry purchase. I will do it begrudgingly. But
all
no,
right.
I had hoped for more for Zelda, but honestly, we got a lot, and I have so many questions about Breath of the Wild 2 now, especially given that cutscene.
Yeah.
It opened up a lot of questions about the lore. And I have a lot of thoughts on it, but unless we want to dedicate like a full 3 hours for me diving into my own theories about Zelda, that's not a path we should go down.
Thank you.
Skyward Sword, I was like, yeah, I bought a Wii U specifically to play this. I'm not going to buy it on Switch, and now I'm kind of like, but I kind of want to because it would be easier just to have it on Switch and not have to boot up the Wii U every time I want to play.
Yeah, so that's your consensus is pretty much what I've heard from a lot of Zelda fans, just on the internet and stuff from what I've read since the broadcast ended, which is that there was a lot of people. I had no idea. It wasn't just you. It wasn't just you. There was a lot of Zelda fans who really wanted a collection, but not on the Game & Watch. They wanted to play the stuff on Switch. Yeah.
I had said before, bring some classic Zelda games to Switch.
Yeah.
To Switch, not Game & Watch.
I guess maybe that's the thing. Maybe we just have to be more specific, Pat. We have to be specific and say exactly to Nintendo, we want these games on this system by this date.
Yeah, you can't allow any wiggle room. They're like a vindictive genie. They will take your wishes and twist them.
The monkey's paw. Yes.
Aonuma's paw.
Yeah, but yeah, I've heard the exact same thing and stuff. But the Game & Watch does look nice. I have to admit, it does look nice, and I am tempted to get it myself. And everything.
Seriously.
But yeah, I understand that. To
illustrate my excitement, look at my ears. I went full Hylian for this.
So, what did you think of the new Breath of the Wild trailer?
It opened up a lot of questions. A lot of theories people have had since the last trailer was that we'd be going underground, but it looks like we're going the opposite direction, going up. But also, having played Skyward Sword recently, I'm telling you, when they were like floating through the sky, and the way Link fell through the clouds very much is the same way he does in Skyward Sword.
Right.
And the islands up in the sky that they were at look like the same ones from Skyward Sword.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, going back to right here. This looks Skyward Sword to me.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, are we going back to that world? I mean, but it also answers questions because Skyward Sword is at the very start of the Zelda timeline,
Mm-hmm.
whereas Breath of the Wild is it's 10,000 years after some stuff that we didn't see, so it's probably 15 to 20,000 years past Skyward Sword. So what's been going on up there this whole time?
Gotcha. Yeah. Lots of theories, lots of questions I see you have.
Yes, and also, why is Hyrule Castle rising up into the sky?
Right. All right. Who knows? Yeah, it's definitely got my interest peaked. I mean, again, I am stoked to see this game. We did get not a release date, I guess a release year of 2022.
I think I would have felt better about the whole conference if we'd gotten a firm release date.
Yeah. It still seems pretty up in the air.
It could mean December. It could mean March.
I'm fairly confident it's going to be like a December release, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, just because I just know Nintendo, like, they're going to want to take as much time as they possibly can to make sure this game is up to snuff.
Well, yeah, it's got big shoes to fill, and I don't... As much as I want the game right now, I do not want them releasing a broken Zelda product.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Understandable. The thing that we can confidently say is that when it does release, it will be good and everything. So...
And I will be buying it day one.
Okay, yes. Yes, we both will. And there's probably going to be a collector's edition, and we'll both probably end up getting that as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to disappear off the planet for a few days after it comes out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it from the Nintendo showing. Overall thoughts?
From Nintendo, I'd say solid... Oh, we didn't talk about the Hyrule Warrior stuff.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I saw it down here. Oh, there it is.
Yes, it looks pretty cool. As someone who very much enjoyed that game, the new weapons are interesting. The side missions, I'm sure, will be great for $20 for the season pass. You get two separate, expansions to play. It's a decent value. It'll keep me entertained for a few more hours while I play it.
Agreed.
But I don't know. I want more story, but I can't imagine they're going to be releasing anything considered canon.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's just a fun game to play. I'm sure I'll enjoy it whenever I get around to playing it. But I don't feel rushed at the moment. It looks like you're playing as a guardian there, which I want to do. That would be fun.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, these the weird nunchuck things he throws. Those are really cool.
All right, dope. Yeah, like I have this game. It's a solid game. I'm glad that they're doing some DLC and stuff for people who really enjoy the game, like Pat and everything. I don't know. Will I get it? Maybe. I might pass. I mean, if it's just challenges and battles and stuff, it was just like it'd be one thing if it was like new story and everything, but like if it's just really just extra battles or weapons, I'll probably end up passing on that just because I want like that's the thing I'm in for it. Like I want a more story for Breath of the Wild. So
yeah, same.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that pretty much does it. Pat, I think we did everything. So
yeah, that should sum up Nintendo. Let me think. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. They dropped some very nostalgic titles, some surprise announcements. They did not do the one last thing bit, which they always do. I was kind of surprised by that.
Right. There's also, yeah, as you mentioned though, there were some other things so that they kind of didn't bring up. Splatoon 3 being one of them.
Yeah.
I was hoping to see a little bit more Splatoon 3. But they made up for it by bringing out Metroid, and I was like, I can't be mad at you.
I will say, I wonder if we're not going to have another Direct soon where they're going to show off games that are not coming out this year. Because they were pretty clear that this event was solely focused on games that we can expect to play in 2021.
If they do have an event like that, I don't think we're going to have another one until, like, fall.
They usually have one around August.
It's possible. If they do have one, again, if they do have, I don't know, I'm not banking on it being big like this, honestly. Like, if they have another Nintendo Direct, like, we'll probably get one, but I don't think it's going to be big, and I don't think it's going to be main sort of AAA titles like this. I think it's going to be, like, indie type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they announced a lot of indie titles last year that I was excited for and
Very
wanted
true.
to see more about. I saw none of them mentioned. And I would have to check my notes to even know what their names are.
That's fair. That's fair. Let's see. There was something else that... Oh, yeah. I mean, I know this is pretty much like... They pretty much announced this game, like... How long has it been? It's been like 4 years. There's no Bayonetta 3. I don't know where that is. I don't know what's going on with Platinum. But it seems like they're working on every game possible except for Bayonetta 3. And I'm just like, is this game real? Is this game... Did I imagine that? But it's fine.
We did get confirmation that Prime 4 is still in development.
Yes, which is good. I'd rather them say, hey, we're still working on it. But to kind of whet your appetite a little bit, here's a new Metroid game in the main line. And I'm just like, yes, that'll work. That'll work for me. For now. But there was something else that was missing, though. A big game. I can't remember it.
There was no Donkey Kong.
There was no Donkey Kong that they never announced. Yeah, I can't seem to think of it, but I felt. Oh, I thought it was kind of strange that they didn't mention Pokemon at all.
Yeah, you're right.
Especially with the new Arceus thing that's coming out. You know, like, I mean, they say
the remakes of Silver and Gold.
Yeah, no Pokemon on that. So I don't know. Maybe they're saving it for. Maybe that could possibly be a Direct.
I'm sure they're going to have another Pokemon Direct.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, if these remake games come out in November, I'd say maybe like October or something.
Well, let's talk for a moment about that tease at the start of the Direct.
Mm-hmm.
It opens up with Ganon and his head twisted in the same position it was in the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turns into Smash. Because of course it does.
Of course. Yeah.
It's like, I am so sick of this game.
Of Smash?
Yes. I'm like, for pity's sake, stop putting stuff out for Smash and give me Zelda.
You have a one-track mind.
I will say, good for Sakurai. It looks like he's actually gotten some sleep at some point, because he looks a lot better than he did last year.
Well, you know why? It's because he's literally on his last Smash character he has to unveil. Like, we only have, I think there's only one left for him, and then he's, like, that's pretty much done. Like, he's pretty much done, like, unveiling characters for Smash.
Yeah, and then he's going to start on Smash Brothers Ultimate 2.
Hopefully they'll give him some time to rest up.
I did think the trailer was hilarious when he threw Kirby over the cliff and then Kirby just kind of floats up in the way.
Yeah, that was great. But yeah, I guess that is the only other thing we missed, which was the reveal for Kazuya, I believe his name is, from Tekken as a Smash character, which is cool. But yeah, I think that's pretty much though about it from Nintendo and Bandai Namco. Is there anything else you want to leave us with, Pat? Or
well, I watched the Indie Showcase and I watched the Capcom event last night.
That's right.
I can't say there was anything that jumped out from either one. There was one game that was about. It was called like Timberton or something, and it was a town.
Is that the one with the beavers?
Everyone's beavers.
Yes. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep. Mm-hmm.
pretty awesome. There were also a lot of games about cats. I'm okay with this. I love cats. Mine is around here somewhere. I don't know what she's doing, but I spent way too much money at the pet store yesterday buying her toys.
Nice.
I know that, you know, I do love cats. There were a lot of cat-focused games that looked really enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always a fan of like little Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing style games.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like there is quite a few of those coming out.
Yeah. Yep. For sure.
But all in all, this has been a pretty good E3.
Mm-hmm.
Not the best I've ever seen,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not on the same level as when they announced the Final Fantasy VII Remake and Breath of the Wild 2 in the same year. I think that was the same year, wasn't it?
Might have been. I can't remember.
I can't remember either. What is time even? It just blurs together.
After the pandemic, well, I'll say since 2020, basically everything's been all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah. What do you think of the conference as a whole?
Nintendo, I'm on the same level with you. I'd give it a B and everything. Honestly, it would be probably like a D if it wasn't for Metroid. Metroid to me is what made that conference at least somewhat memorable. Not that I hate the other games or anything like that. It's just, to me, Metroid was the biggest thing that had the biggest impact for me because it was unexpected and it finally fulfilled something that not just me but a lot of people have been waiting a long time for.
Yeah.
So
we should just post our text conversation.
Which one? Oh.
Dropped. It was just a page of gibberish from both of us.
Yep. Yeah, we were both pretty excited, but yeah, overall though, a solid B for the Nintendo conference. And I'd say for all the conferences in terms overall, in terms of E3, I'd say I'd rate this E3 2021 as probably like a C+ and everything.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'll agree with you. C+ is a pretty solid rating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There were a lot of good announcements, but not many great announcements.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, but you know, we're still coming off of the pandemic. I'm sure next year, when people have had time to develop stuff and the world has returned to normal a bit more, the game industry will pick up steam again and things will get chugging along. Because there have been so many delays because of COVID.
Yeah, exactly. But good to know that Nintendo's still trucking along, Xbox still doing their thing, PlayStation's obviously still releasing stuff. So yeah, I mean, gaming still looks good. You know, we're still here, we're still kicking it, yeah, so it's good. It's good on all fronts. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that about wraps it up for us.
Yeah, I think that's it. Do you want to give us our usual plug?
Yep. You can find us on Spotify, but that's just our normal episodes. You will not find these live streams on there. These are YouTube only. And you can find us on Twitter at DeepDishGaming_. Again, if the owner of the Deep Dish Gaming Twitter account is out there and you don't want it, please give it to us. But you can find us there. We stream from time to time. I know we're talking about starting up Sea of Thieves together soon, so we'll probably stream that. And, you know, just keep an eye out. Reach out to us. Let us know what you thought about E3 as a whole, what your impressions are of the games that were announced, and what you think should have been announced that wasn't.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. Well, all right. Well, that pretty much ends it. Well, I guess we'll catch you guys later.
Yep. See you all later.
All right.